Hey, it's me, Lucas Roth, CFA, CPA, and Realtor. I'm here to help you make money in real estate. Here's something that comes up all the time. Closing costs. And as the buyer, should you ask them to be paid by seller or no? So here is the base case scenario where, let's say the price of the home is $500,000 that you have under contract. Your down payment is 5%, which is $25,000. And you're going to do... And the closing costs are $8,000. You're paying this out of your own pocket. Okay, this is a typical scenario. So you're coming out of pocket $33,000 at closing, the down payment plus the closing costs. Now let's say you're a first-time buyer, you don't have a lot of money, you want to keep that money in your pocket. This is what you might do. You might offer the seller the same $500,000 net price, but you'll design the offer differently. So you'll say, okay, the price is going to be $508,000. My down payment is going to be $25,000 plus a couple $100. So we're just going to say it's $25,000. It's almost the same. The closing costs are $8,000, but then the seller is going to pay $8,000 towards your closing costs. So out of pocket at closing, you just come up with $25,000, right? So the difference is you save money at closing of $8,000, but then your loan amount is higher by roughly $8,000. And so your monthly payment is a few bucks higher every month. Okay. So the reason why you do this is, put more money in your pocket, right now. Okay. So that's a compelling reason to do that. The reason why you wouldn't do it, no, would be because it's a bit corny. Okay. And I'll explain what that means. So when you look at this from the seller's point of view, they see a buyer who's got a low down payment asking for closing costs back, and they just feel like, do we really need to shift money around for a few $1,000 because you are so unstable that you can't close the property if something goes wrong? So it's perceived as being less of a financially stable buyer. Okay, what it comes down to though is if there's no other offers and it's just you, then go for it. You write that offer exactly how you want, however is most advantageous to you, because the seller can't complain because there's no other offers, right? But if there are other offers, then you're going to be competing with other people, and you don't want to be perceived as the financially shaky buyer because you won't get picked. So that's what it comes down to. The last point that I would just like to make real quick is there's two times to ask for closing costs to be paid. The first is while writing the offer. The second part is when you're doing negotiations over inspection, okay? By the time you're at inspection, nobody really is caring about, are you financially stable or not? Because at that point, everybody's already under contract. And it's very common to have a deal under contract where you're not asking for closing costs, but then during inspection you say, hey, you need to pay me X amount into my closing costs. That's fine at that point. Nobody's really worried about it anymore. LucasRoth.com is the website. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you for watching.